Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would like to share with you why I always use charcoal and graphite together, why I always combine the two mediums for the best of both worlds, and why I feel that you really kind of actually have to. I'm also going to be sharing some tips on how you can most effectively combine the two mediums, and in addition, I'd like to be sharing some of my recommendations with you guys for what brands I like, and understanding black and value I'm going to touch on a little bit in this video. So what I have right here in front of me is a drawing that I did with both graphite and charcoals here. I'm also going to be sharing with you my own little personal setup here that I've created, my own little set of how I like to do this. And really this video was inspired by a very lovely subscriber who had commented and asked many questions on my Phantom of the Opera mask video. So I thank you for that. And in today's video I'd like to really expand quite a bit on that, and hopefully if you're watching this will be helpful for you. So like I said, this drawing I did of some apples, and I did this drawing on the toned tan paper by Strathmore. This is just a sheet of glassine here that I've taped into the sketchbook, or the toned gray rather, and I really like these. I like these a whole lot, this paper, for basic sketches and things like that. I actually have the hardcover versions also, but I find that I very rarely use them. So why do I always combine the two? Well, right here I have the answer, and I'm gonna be sharing that with you. But first I'd like to zoom down in on this so you can really see what I'm talking about. Right, so now that I've zoomed you down on in here, for simplicity's sake, I went ahead and I swatched out a 2B, a 6B, and a 9B graphite. Now these are the Lyra water-soluble graphite crayons. Of course there are always far more values in graphite than just the 3, but for simplicity I use just 3 as an example. You can get lighter, but you really can't get darker than 9B. 9B is pretty much where it ends. I also have swatched out here the 9B graphic pencil by Derwent, which I do not recommend the graphic pencils by Derwent, just to be very honest. And I also have the Prismacolor ebony pencil swatched out, which says jet black and extra smooth right on it. But as you can see, when you compare the ebony pencil to the charcoal down below, you can see that it really isn't black, is it? And as evident, here I have a grayscale or a value finder here. You can see that it's really about, probably a value of 3, that ebony pencil, and the 9B from graphite, from the Derwent Graphics as well. But the charcoal is a value of 1. It's 100% black. So obviously graphite can never be jet black. Why does this matter? Well, because when working, especially in grayscale, but really any time, value is the most important aspect in art. If you think of color as the queen in art, then value is the king, and you really have to respect your values. Now, of course, values are determined by the other values around them, meaning depending on how I use these, if I surround a value of 3 with lighter values and use white, then your brain may accept that as near black or close to it, at least in the context of your drawing. But you'll never ever get graphite to be as dark as you can get charcoal, or as saturated for that matter. Having the widest range of tonal values in your artwork is what's going to create the backbone of really good, strong, respected artwork. Always remember that and never forget. So when combining both mediums, you'll be able to achieve the full range of values. You unlock the door for all those potentials. But another reason, besides just the fact that in mass tone, as you can see, a 9B can never be black because it's really a value of 3, so we've got quite a few levels to go. Besides just that, if you take a look at a piece of graphite, especially a large piece like this is a good illustrator of this, you can see that the graphite is shiny, it's light reflective. It almost looks like a bullet, kind of, in this form. It's shiny. So therefore it cannot be black. because black is the absence of all light. So where there is black, there is no light and there's no color either. So if you think about graphite and charcoal like a game of ping pong, right? And think of the ball as the light. If you throw the light at the graphite or the ball, it will bounce the light back to you. But if you throw the light to a piece of charcoal, it's gonna keep it. It's like that old man on the block who you throw and accidentally throw a ball over their fence and they tell you you're not getting it back. That's the difference. That really is. Because black is the absence of absolutely all light, this graphite can never be truly black because it's reflecting light back to you. So what are some challenges to working with both graphite and charcoal? Well, there are some, and here are a couple tips. If you lay down your graphite, and especially if you've laid down a heavy layer of graphite and you've maybe burnished it in with something like a blending stump, then you may not be able to get the charcoal to stick on top, especially because of how graphite is produced. During the manufacturing process, oil is used. So the surface becomes very slippery and slick. So the charcoal won't be able to adhere to that, or at least not very well. Here's kind of an example of that. See that? See how it's just slipping and sliding off there? It's almost like the graphite's been Scotch guarded. It's like, nope, I'm not accepting that. So what you need to do, and I recommend that you always do this anyway with any drawing, is block in your darker values first and then work around it with your lighter values. And the mediums will blend beautifully and effectively together, as evident by the drawing that I showed you in the beginning. I've also done a lot of portraits, and I'll insert a picture of my Dean Martin portrait that I did. And of course, because Dean Martin is Italian, is this rich, dark, beautiful black hair, I was never going to be able to show that with the graphite. Absolutely not. But by combining the two mediums, I can very effectively. And if you look here at the charcoal, ranging from hard, medium, and soft, even the hardest charcoal is still quite dark. It's still like a value of about 2, right? So there's not a big tonal range with your charcoal, and there's not enough of a tonal range with your graphite. So by combining them, you really do get the best of both worlds. But remember, being that the charcoal is matte and somewhat chalky, it's very much drier than the graphite, you need to block that in first, and then you'll be able to come in with your graphite and just work kind of around that. And do you see how the graphite almost comes right on top of that charcoal a little bit? They will blend in well to one another and smoothly. See that? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful gradient. It's easy to achieve it once you understand that. What I'd like to do at this point in the video is offer up some recommendations. I've tried a lot of graphite, a lot of charcoal over years. I know what works and what hasn't worked so well for me. And I think it's just as important to talk about the things that don't work as it is to talk about the things that do work. So this little set here is one that I've put together on my own, and one that I go to almost always. And what I have in here is I have the Derwent sketching pencils. Now, these are not to be confused with those Derwent Graphic pencils. I do not recommend the Derwent Graphic pencils, and I'm going to give you a good warning as to why. These have usually hard little rocks in them, sharp bits, and I was very devastated when I got about 80% of the way through that Dean Martin portrait, and then all of a sudden ran into a really hard, sharp bit, and it left a huge scratch in the paper that was impossible to cover up. It marred the drawing, it destroyed it, and it wasn't salvageable, and it certainly wasn't sellable. So these have inconsistencies. And I bet you're probably already in the comments typing, but Nicole, they changed those pencils. They're different now. Well, here's the new one that you can see here. You can tell the new from the old because the new one has a different text. They changed the text. I got a whole new set of these. And as you can see, they're almost completely untouched, and there's a reason, because no change. Absolutely no change. They just changed the graphics and the packaging. There are some people who will swear to the highest honor that they're not sharp anymore, that there's no hard bits in them, but I have not found that to be the case. Now, I do like Derwent, but I like these sketching pencils much better. These are very smooth, and they come in packs. I have 4 sets of these waiting in the wings because I was afraid they might discontinue them for the more popular graphic pencils. You get a range of HB, 2B, 4B, and 8B, and the 8B is water soluble, so it gets quite dark. These are just so smooth and buttery. They really glide, and there is no hard or sharp bits whatsoever. They just really glide and blend like a dream. They want to blend on any paper. So I really like those. I also really like the Faber Castell 9000 pencils. I recommend the set of 6. And I don't think that you would really need anything more than that. Now, the set of 6 comes with HB, B, 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. I actually replaced mine. I put a 2H in there and took out the HB. That way it would be a little bit more of a wider range of values. And just, I don't think they do a 9B, by the way, but here's the 8B. And it's very comparable. 8B usually is like the darkest that you can expect to get. But it is quite comparable to that 9B graphic pencil. And these are also very smooth, very saturated, and they're better for sharp details and fine lines. These sketching pencils are a little bit fat. They have a 3mm core, I believe, instead of the standard 2. But I really like these. These are good quality pencils. And again, I don't think you need to get those sets of 12 or 24. There may be some purposes where you might want that, but most of the time I think it's better to simplify it. You don't need them. They're too close. I'm telling you, you really don't need them. And then for the charcoal, I recommend the Faber Castell Pitt charcoal pencils. They are light fast. They have 3 stars, each of them on there. The light fast rating is on there, and they are the darkest. Let me show you the Derwent. This is the Derwent Dark, and I'm gonna put it right there next to it. As you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's not as dark, and it's not soft either. It's scratchy. Hear that? It's much scratchier. But the other reason I don't recommend the Derwent charcoal, and by the way, I really do like the brand Derwent. I don't mean to sound negative about them because I do. It's just these products I don't like. They're not light fast. I'll never understand, but can somebody please tell me, Derwent, how charcoal isn't light fast? But theirs is not, so that's something to really consider. If it's going to be living in a sketchbook, it may not matter, but if you want to hang it on a wall or sell it one day, it will absolutely matter. And the product from Derwent, because I do want to end on a good note that I really do like, these. These are their graphite sticks. They come in hard, medium, and soft, and very similar to the Lyra, but obviously the harder one is going to be lighter, and the softer one is going to be darker. You can see that these are very smooth. Look at that. And a nice range there. You can see the difference, hopefully. Look at that. And there's a little bit of a blue undertone to graphite, as where the charcoal has a little bit more of a warm undertone. So that's something else to kind of keep in mind. But there you have it. There you guys go. I hope that that was enjoyable, or that you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. And I will be seeing you in the next one. Thank you guys again, and have a nice day. Bye.